Hello, I'm Walt Scherf, and welcome to the Broyles Top Producer Sales System. Congratulations on your decision to enroll in the Top Producer program. You've already taken a giant step forward, and now you're about to participate in the most popular and most effective sales program ever designed for investment professionals. Phil Broyles and the staff at Top Producer have invested the past 25 years researching and interviewing the nation's most successful investment professionals. The Top Producer Sales System brings you all the ideas, techniques, and know-how we've learned over the past decades. The Top Producer Sales System will give you the knowledge, the tools, and the resources you need to achieve whatever goals you desire in your business career and your personal life. In this introductory video, you'll meet Phil Broyles, the creator of the Top Producer Sales System. You'll see how the components of the program work together, and you'll hear from other successful investment professionals and managers who have used this exciting program. Phil Broyles is one of the leading productivity experts in the United States and is considered by his peers to be the ultimate sales coach. But first and foremost, Phil is a salesperson himself. He's a top producer now and has been for over 25 years in the securities industry. His sales and organization ideas are published regularly in industry magazines and journals, and he's a popular speaker at industry meetings and conventions. As the creator of the Top Producer Sales System, Phil has already helped tens of thousands of new and experienced financial professionals reach new levels of achievement in their careers. At its heart, Phil's method is to coach the financial professional into becoming not a product pusher, but a problem solver.
The Top Producer Sales System is a caring sales system. It's not a motivational fill the air with ether, breathe heavily, and run out and sell whatever it is that you're selling. It's a caring system. It's serving the client's best interest. It's doing what is going to be good for them, and it's at the same time giving you the opportunity to achieve your own worthwhile goals.
Well, I think the Top Producer Sales System is valuable to anybody in a sales profession, no matter how well they're doing, because if they're anything like myself, they want to achieve more, and they want to do better, and the program will enable you to do that.
You know, there are just a few things that the successful salesperson needs to do, but he needs to do them right, and he needs to do them every day. Persistency, a consistent pattern, that's what Phil gives a salesperson, and it works.
Why spend years on trial and error learning? You can access the real keys of success by using the Broyles Top Producer Sales System. I promise that this program will be very valuable for your business and your life. Perhaps no one in America knows more about the opportunities and obstacles of a sales career than Chris Hegarty, an accomplished author and nationally known productivity expert. His book, Consistently Exceptional Leadership, is a bestseller. Dr. Hegarty has extensive securities industry experience and is a keynote speaker at major industry meetings and events. In the following interview, Chris speaks with Phil Broyles about the Top Producer Sales System and what it can do for you.
Phil, the Top Producer System is one of the very few that actually has a proven track record of outstanding success. What's unique about it? What makes it work? Why does it excel in the field of training for salespeople?
Well, we've done something that I think is unique. We have looked at thousands of salespeople, and we have really tried to get, and this is, I think, one of your phrases that I've heard from you over the years, Chris, we've really found out what good performance looks like. We've looked at 30 different industries, literally thousands of top producers. We try to really find out what makes them tick, what really makes them tick. And we found some very exciting things. We found that they tend to have three characteristics in common. Number one, they tend to have a burning desire to achieve their own worthwhile goals, and this program really supports that. Then they have a plan. They've got a plan exactly how am I going to get from here to where I'm going, and that's a very important ingredient. And thirdly, and very importantly, every day they have to come to the party and be a player, and we give them that daily action. What do you do today to really make the cash register ring?
But what do you mean when you say coming to the party?
What I mean when I say come to the party is to every day review your goals a couple of times a day, to have a time management system every day, to identify prime prospects that we're really excited about, to have a way of getting to people for the first time, have a way of really probing for problems and then presenting solutions and answering objections and closing the sale and really following through. All of those are the ingredients that I think of when I'm talking about coming to the party.
So you don't have to be born. You can actually become self-taught and self-made as a salesperson.
Absolutely. Happily, all of us have some natural skills. At the same time, we've found that virtually 9 out of 10 salespeople are really made. They're not born. I see people, amazingly, I see attorneys who become good salespeople, accountants who become good salespeople, engineers who become good salespeople, people that are tall and short. It's amazing. They seem, however, not to be natural. That doesn't seem to be a necessary ingredient, but they consistently have to really care about people, all right? They really have to have a goal system, and they really need to have a desire to find out how other top professionals do it. So that's very much what this system is all about, to take those 9 or 10 of us. I was not a natural salesperson. I learned it, and we teach in this program exactly what do you need to do to become, and in fact to be, a top producer.
What can you hope to achieve from the Broyles Top Producer Sales System? Well, first ask, what are your goals? A 25 to 50% increase in production? Better relationships with your clients? Maybe you want to earn more money and have more free time to enjoy it. It's been said that whatever you ask for in life, you will receive. So let's hear from some of the people who've used the system to achieve their goals. Joe Foss is a prominent business professional in San Francisco. He lives a life most of us would envy. $1 million income, 2 lovely homes, and frequent trips to Europe. But who would imagine that until recently, Joe Foss was a school teacher and a taxi driver?
When I first heard about the Broyles system, I disbelieved in goals, and I thought that they were a worthless waste of time. That if you imagined yourself driving a Cadillac, that suddenly you'd have one, or if you wanted a swimming pool, suddenly it would somehow be there. But after becoming acquainted with the Broyles system and realizing that in a room full of people there were only 2 who had written goals, and one of them was Mr. Broyles and the other was the president of the company that he represented, I thought that maybe I could give it a try. And so I wrote down my goals as long ago as 15 years, and clearly it is the most important thing in whatever success I've enjoyed in this business. It establishes direction, and it gives you something to get up for every morning, and it just works. It flat works.
Like many of us, Phil Broyles did not start out as a top producer, but over the years he studied and learned the exact skills and techniques needed to become the true professional. And now with the Top Producer program, you can learn to overcome some of the familiar barriers to success.
What about some of the areas that cause otherwise competent and talented people from succeeding at sales? For example, one of the major threats to a successful sales career is fear about making cold calls. How does your system handle that?
Chris, as you know, some salespeople don't have to make cold calls. Most do. The fascinating thing about cold calling, I think, is that we tend to be afraid of it. Why is that? I think it's because we all had mothers. My mother in Marion, Indiana said, Philip, I want you to really beware of strangers. Okay, don't talk to them on the telephone. Don't ride in cars with them. Don't talk to strangers. And then I get in the selling business, and my sales manager says, Philip, if you only talk to hundreds, maybe thousands of strangers, you'll do really well, right? So we show the person how to really move through that fear of rejection. Also, the fear of failure. In school, we all went to school. You got A's, Chris, I'm sure. When you got an A, you got a 90%, which was wonderful, okay? You come in the selling business, and if you only fail 90% of the time, you see, that's an A. 10% in the selling business is an A. Well, that's a whole convoluted value system. We really show the salesperson exactly how to move through those fears toward a lot of success in all of those issues that have to do with talking with strangers.
Another critical area, Phil, is how do salespeople keep their morale up when sales are down? Even really good producers that have been in their chosen business for a long time become threatened when sales go down. Their morale tends to go down with it. How does the system help keep someone's morale up?
The person whose sales go down should focus on activity. Needs to come to the party every day and make the calls. We need to ask for the orders. We need to ask for the referrals. We need to do those things every day that top producers do. And when we do those kinds of things, amazingly, all of a sudden, the sales curve turns back up. So the answer is focus daily on activity and not have those deep valleys of production, because every day I'm acting like a top producer.
It sounds to me like the top producer system will take someone with talent or someone only developing their talent and create a way for them to become and remain at the very top levels of performance in any sales career that they pick.
Yes, Chris, we have people entering this program who are already top producers, who already are at the top of their profession, but they want to do more. That's how you keep your juices running, and that's how you keep excited. The people that are brand new, you don't have to reinvent a wheel. We have a round wheel. The people that have been in the profession for 5 or 10 or 15 years and maybe are not enjoying the kind of success that they want, this is an opportunity for them to reach out and achieve that success. So we're talking about changing habits. And it's designed so that over a 6-month period, with lots of follow-through and support, we actually get a permanent change in habits. And this is probably the key thing that makes this a very different system. It's really a breakthrough. We stay with people so they get a permanent habit change.
The exciting thing was to get back the reports from people using the system. 100% positive comments. I mean, people were saying things like, I wish I'd been through this program 10 years ago. It's changed my life. It's the best training program I've ever attended. We've got a tough group to please here at our firm, and they were universally happy.
Well, I've tried other programs, and the difference is that the Top Producer Sales Program is complete. They don't focus on one area or another. They focus on the complete package and the complete system of sales, and that's why it works.
If work is important to you and succeeding is important to you, you've got to take a lot of lessons. You've got to stay involved. You've got to be constantly refreshed, and you've got to keep that skill level very high. The Broyles system is an easy tool to do that with.
The Top Producer Sales System is a unique, proven way to dramatically increase your production. It's about being a true sales professional, creating new and powerful ways of communicating to your clients, and understanding that you're in business to help other people achieve their objectives. You'll receive 3 binders containing over 200 pages of step-by-step instruction and action-packed ideas to help build your business. You'll read exactly how the top producers do it and then listen to Phil Broyles on audio tape, amplifying and illustrating the key points. The system is designed around 10 chapters, which we call commandments. These commandments are the 10 critical areas that all top producers master, and by using the system, you will too. You'll learn how to consistently set achievable goals, target qualified prospects, use the 3 dynamite questions, make 12 sales presentations, and ask for 12 orders every day. Conduct in-person meetings, ask for referrals, conduct sales campaigns, and earn 100% of your client's business. In addition to the text and audio tapes, the Top Producer System includes all the specific tools that you need to help you translate good ideas into concrete actions. For instance, you'll receive an action planner with monthly goal worksheets and working papers which provide you with a complete organizational system you will use daily. This action planner was designed especially for financial professionals and works in tandem with your calendar. It's simple, easy to use, and effective. As you start out, telecharts enable you to develop positive impressions during a first telephone contact with a prospect. Then the sales presentation action sheets help you convert that prospect into a customer. These tools will help prepare you for the give and take of sales presentations and enable you to integrate your own unique style with top producer techniques. Also, you've received a Power Letters computer disk with approximately 50 business development letters targeted to prospects, clients, and referrals. The Top Producer Sales System is not a one-shot, one-day improvement course. Instead, it is a 12-month, ongoing, permanent, habit-changing program designed to generate lasting results. You'll receive monthly follow-up audio tapes and quarterly sales bulletins packed with new ideas that reinforce the fundamental sales truths and motivate you to become a top producer.
The techniques that Phil teaches are somehow more real than some others I've looked at. I can Phil actually gives you the words to say, and he leaves very little for your own imagination. He tells you exactly what to do, and if you'll do what he says, you'll have extraordinary success. We've seen that.
But after 25 years of developing the system, has it become automatic? Do you still use the system, or do you just come in and
I
do as you wish?
absolutely, every day, use the system. I have the goal-setting system that I've been at now for years. It's right there in the program. I have a time management, a way I control my activity every day. It's right there in the program. I have, I think, the closing techniques that work for me. They're right there in the program. I've got to be a believer. I've got to practice what I preach, Chris, and I can promise the people in this program that it absolutely 100% works if you work the system.
What would you say to the individuals watching this now who are just about to embark on a program that perhaps looks awesome to them, perhaps look overpowering? What do you say for them?
We've tried to keep it simple. I think you start and you take one step, then you take the next step, and then you will build momentum and you'll get going and you will achieve your goals. You'll make some new goals. And then as you start to really get into the program, Chris, you realize something. You realize, you know, I get one trip around the track that I know of. And I can either be a C- or a B, or I can be a AAA. And I think we have extraordinary God-given gifts. We have just extraordinary power to achieve, and as we tap into that power and really understand that we are virtually limitless in our ability to achieve our own goals, then all of a sudden we explode, and that's when it really gets exciting. And I think you'll find that this is a very exciting, upbeat experience that will not only affect you this year, but can affect you for the rest of your life. So I just invite people to get started, have fun with it, and enjoy being, in every respect, a top producer.
You have to be willing to commit the effort and the energy and the enthusiasm and the study time that it takes to develop your skills. But if you're going to get up in the morning and spend 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours doing whatever it is that you do, it seems to me that you might as well be as effective as you can during those 8 or 9 or 10 hours so that when you go home you can say, I did a very good job today.
I would have loved to have had a top producer sales system when I first started. I think it would have saved a lot of time. I was very discouraged, very disorganized, without a focus and without a goal. And the top producer sales system has enabled me to set up goals and follow them and follow through and organize myself much better.
Slowly but surely, we're finding our people are coming out of what may have been limits for them in the past and earning more money. And I think Phil deserves a lot of the credit for that with his system.
On behalf of the Broyles Top Producer Sales System, I've been delighted to introduce you to this unique program. It's clear that one of the most important principles in life is taking action to achieve the results that you want. But no one can do it for you. So whether you want to make more money each month, set new goals for yourself, or learn how to manage your time, the Top Producer Sales System will give you everything you need to succeed. This videotape is only the beginning. The real adventure lies ahead. The only limits now are your imagination. I'm Walt Scherf. Thanks for watching.